Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off of steel. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis. And breaking scoreboards, Simone of the Olympics. Defense and big business, the Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the 3 in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
Yo, I'm only me, don't pretend to be something that I'm not. I'm on a G with loyalty and nothing on the block is him and me. And we can get it cracking on the spot. That's how I be when you want to give it everything you got. I'm only me, don't pretend to be something that I'm not. I'm on a G with loyalty and nothing on the block is him and me. And we can get it cracking on the spot. That's how I be when you want to give it everything. Man, what's really good? You know what time it is, man. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk and the Street Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms, man. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you miss the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel, like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you will see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. It's about to be a hell of a day today, okay? Because the Browns won. The Browns won, okay? This is a victory Monday for the Cleveland Browns. And you know how much I love my Browns. Okay? And right now, man, what's going on? Why I can't go to the... Hey, listen. So what we not about to do is just act like I can't find a link on Facebook. Where's my Facebook link? Why are y'all acting like that? Okay? We about to have a nice situation. Because why y'all acting like I can't find the link? Oh, y'all acting like that. Man, how y'all feeling today? You know what I'm saying? How your day going? All right, look, it's just a YouTube link. It's cool. Fuck it, I'm just gonna send a YouTube link. Hey, so listen, how y'all feeling today though? What's going on? How did your favorite team do? Okay, how did they do? What happened? Did your favorite team do what you wanted them to do? Did they come through? I had a very exciting day with my team. My team did do some things. They were very much interesting as they were entertaining yesterday. It was a very, very emotional game yesterday. I think majority of the world watched my team yesterday, and I am happy for that. Shedeur Sanders, you know, he is one of a kind, as we're finding out. This guy is a man who is looking to do what he do. You know what I'm saying? He's looking to do what he does. And what he does, what he does is he brings a new life to wherever he goes. He brings a new energy. He is very much high believeth in himself and his capabilities. And I very much appreciate that and a quarterback. I'm just getting my share on right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get some people involved right quick. You know, that's all. Share it to a few groups. You know, get it really popping with the popping when it comes to the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Because I love my team. Everybody isn't sports fans, so everybody may not want to be down. You know what I'm saying? But if you are down, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for coming through. I hate when they do this. Why y'all always gotta make me redo some stuff I was already doing? You know what I'm saying? Okay, but how was y'all weekend? What's going on? Hey, darling. Janice, it is a pleasure to have you here. Did you see the game yesterday? Did you enjoy, or which games did you watch? Because you know it was an action packed day of football. Even though it felt like only one game mattered, it felt like only one game
I
was
was
really
waiting for
on
the
people's
ratings.
radar.
I guarantee that was probably the most watched game yesterday. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Hey, I'm with you on that, cuz. Hey,
I
listen.
guarantee it was the most watched game.
No, I mean it was. I'm just saying, man. Like yesterday was a very good day for Cleveland. Okay, first off, when the last time we had the trifecta? Okay, Old State won, right? Blew Rutgers out. The Cavs won. Okay, even though we're gonna talk about that later. Even though Zubac was going fucking bananas, Cleveland won. The Cavs won, and the Browns won. So it was a very, 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 very good weekend for my sports city and my sports sake. Okay, we was actually kicking butt this weekend. You know, we looked at like a team that people should be watching. Hold on, y'all. I'm just getting my share on right now. You know what I'm saying? Because when I dive into it, you feel me? I'm really gonna dive into it. You know what I'm saying? That it is gonna be
Hey man, listen. But Browns ain't won since on the West Coast since like what 2000. I know Stefanski ain't never won on the West Coast. Shit, or I ain't gonna say 12. I was just, but shit, man,
that's crazy.
Hey man, listen, it's been a long time, man, since the Browns got their one on the West Coast, man, and you know we be saying like and definitely going to Vegas and all these trips. You know, Cleveland and ESPN Cleveland Radio, they be putting these power trips together. You know what I'm saying? When all the fans and they be going out of town, and every time they go out of town, they get smacked. So everybody come back home saying they out in Vegas acting a damn fool right now, man.
No. Hey, listen. You know what's so crazy? Because I probably should have went to Vegas. I mean, I'm in Florida. I probably should have went to Vegas, but I kind of felt some type of way that I wasn't in the city for the game, knowing I love, you know what I'm saying? I definitely was. I ain't gonna lie. I would have loved to have been there, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, we were represented very, very, very well out there, to say the least. Cleveland has football fans everywhere. And as many different states as I've been and I've lived in, different cities I've been to, I can say that the Cleveland Browns have no shortage of fans. Okay, no, I should do it like this all the time. I didn't even know I had all these people in my joint. They have no shortage of fans. So it is a pleasure to have you all here. I am DeeTrynt. This is Game Changer Sports Talk. All right, and then here, you know, I usually try to keep it as much as honest as possible. My takes and perspectives may not be the consensus view, but I am who I am. All right. With that being said, wait, what happened? Man, what? No, it's not that, bruh. Did they just try to lock my account? Because, man, what are they doing?
They saying
I just shared the link.
They said you doing fishy sharing?
Yes.
Hey, and you know what's so crazy though? They wouldn't let me send the link to the DeeTrynt page. I was sending the link to not the link, but the like the little preview that I sent you earlier.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I sent that to the DeeTrynt page a couple times, and I looked. I'm like, damn, why it ain't going? And then I said,
damn, that's crazy work that y'all want to let me send my link that I'm on right now to share. This is why. Hey, listen.
You work for the government.
Hey, man, listen. You know, I feel like Will Smith and iRobot, man. Shit always malfunctioning around me, dog. Shit just always malfunctioning around me. You feel me? Okay. Now I'm back. Okay. Are we okay, Twitter? Are we okay? Are you authenticated now? Are we authenticated now? This is why. Anyway, let's talk about what I was talking about, right? The Browns won yesterday. Okay. Packed house in Las Vegas. Shout out to Vegas. You know, I feel like that's my second home. Look forward to coming home at some point. But yesterday was extremely interesting. Okay. A lot of us wanted to see Shedeur. All right. I am going to go on, and I'm going to say this again. Okay, this just in. Shedeur Sanders is named starting quarterback for the Week 13 matchup. All right. Here and here.
Stefanski hit that in the press conference probably about 20 minutes ago, 20, 30 ago.
That's cool. So Shedeur is starting for a consecutive week. Congratulations to the Browns team, all the players, and Shedeur for their play and effort yesterday. This was probably the most energetic I've seen all three phases of the game in a very long time. And I very much appreciate the effort given by everyone. Okay. Not going to single people out yet. Okay. I've been on record saying that I did not want Shedeur to play this year. And I did not want him to play this year because the Browns offense suck.
Same. Okay? And I've been on record saying I wanted to see him play, but I don't because the offense suck. And Shedeur, they not gonna give him a chance. Like, bro, motherfuckers was talking. Who was that? Was that Nick Wright that said that? I think it might have been Nick Wright that said this is Shedeur only chance. If he to play bad in this game, nobody pick him up. This is only chance, like, bro. But that's how a lot of people was feeling. Like, bro, they was giving him one game. That's how a lot of the media was feeling. Like they was giving my man one game. So I'm glad he came away with the win. But like I didn't want him to play the same reason you didn't, because our offense is, man, they not that. You know what I'm saying? Our offense is not that. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't want them to put first of all, I ain't want to see him get killed out there. And I don't want the offense to let him down for when he do his thing and y'all dropping it and play a hot pocket like my man did yesterday and shit. We ain't even gonna talk about him, but yeah, do your thing, man.
No, we about to talk about all that. Hold on, okay, so
talk about him. You go get him.
You know, I didn't want him to play this year because I felt like the team spent 2 years. They spent 2 off seasons rebuilding the defense. So I felt like I need a hero. Shout out to Seth. We about to get into that. I'll give you your soundbite today. Clyde, I feel that. Appreciate the fact that you're willing to look out for others like that. I definitely understand those sentiments. I'll be on that same type of time. So That's cause that's so hilarious. Okay, so I didn't like I say the offensive line, Cleveland offensive line is not that good. Cleveland's offensive weapons outside of the rookies that just got brought in are and David Njoku. Outside of them and David Njoku, I just ain't. I got more high hopes for Jamari Thrash than anybody else in that receiving room. All right. Outside of the rookies, all right, and David Njoku. Jamari Thrash is about the one guy I have faith in. The rest of these guys, I just don't. And I just felt like Shedeur, when he played in college, he at least had weapons that he could feel comfortable with. And I don't think we have that here. And I also wasn't high on Dylan Sampson, right? Not that I didn't think he could play. I just felt like he was too little, all right? I will sit here and say I stand corrected on Dylan Sampson, okay? Dylan Sampson, from every time I've looked at his stat chart and seen him in the game, if he got a window of opportunity to make a play, he made it. I cannot stand on the hill that I was standing on, knowing that he continues to do that. So he has now gained my favor. Whether that matters or not, I understand. But I'm going off track record and looking at what he's done, and he's gained my favor. The offensive line still sucks. But that Browns defense, Houston, let me tell you, Houston is the number one defense in yards, right? Allowed. Cleveland is the number 2 in yards allowed, okay? Thursday night, Houston went crazy on Buffalo and sacked Josh Allen 8 times for a win, okay? Our Browns was like, bruh, if y'all got the Josh, I know we can get the Geno. And the Browns defense had 10 sacks as a team. Myles Garrett has 18 sacks on the year.
The dinosaur man. Motherfucking Myles Garrett Rex, man. Dinosaur man. They're not human, man. So crazy.
Oh, man. Geno was...
Hey, it was all bad. And shout out to Graham.
Geno. So listen. Geno was running for his life. Mason Graham showed why he was a top 5 pick. Mike Hall was doing his thing, man. Malik Collins showed why he a veteran. Isaiah McGuire, Isaiah said, "Where my extension? You extended Alex Wright." McGuire said, "Where my extension?" Show you right, McGuire. You go get your money, boy. Don't worry about it. You go get your money. Devin Bush has, I said this a few weeks ago, but Devin Bush has quietly regained his favor. I am licking my chops to see what Schlesinger, Bush, and JOK will look like as a running back tandem. As a linebacker tandem next year.
People don't understand. People don't understand JOK and the impact he was making out there. Like, oh my goodness, bro! Like, y'all don't know what we missing right now. This shit is crazy. Oh man, I pray he come back, man, and in good health, man, because that's my guy.
No, for real. No Emerson. We definitely want Emerson to come back healthy as well. I haven't been high on Emerson over the years, but I think he would be doing well right now. Shout out to Ronnie Hickman, who just keeps making plays and keep making plays. Shout out to Tyson Campbell. Schlesinger had 11 tackles. Tyson Campbell had 10. Denzel Ward had a sighting. Oh, did he lock down Brock Bowers? Oh, did he almost have a couple interceptions? This defense is on another planet. Shout out to Jim Schwartz, who I felt like his play calling has gotten better over the weeks, because sometimes I feel like he just calls dumb plays. But, Geno missed a couple shots. Football is a game of opportunities, it's a game of inches. And Geno missed a couple plays that probably could have changed the complexion of the game, but he did not because that defense was on his behind. But that ain't what y'all came to talk about. Y'all want to talk about Shedeur, all right? So when Shedeur came in for the Ravens game, I said, Shedeur gives me hope, right? And I don't like having false hope. I know the Browns wasn't trying to do anything this year. This is why Dylan Gabriel plays most of the time, because the goal was to tank. If y'all don't believe me, when Kevin Stefanski came out and said he had planned on red shirt and Shedeur this year, made sense to me. Makes sense to me. Let him and Deshaun Watson battle it out for the QB spot next year. Clyde says, the GM Barry, I want to thank you for walking towards Shedeur and embracing him. Shedeur lay his head on your shoulders to say thank you. Again, we gonna get into that part of it too, Clyde. Yes, Seth, Myles Garrett is an alien. Yes, he is. So the goal was to tank, right? The goal was you got a pick from your own pick. You got extra picks from Jacksonville. Nobody in their right mind is thinking Jacksonville is going to be a playoff team, even though they might make it. They might. But, that's probably still going to be a solid top 20 pick.
Jacksonville making it. They making it. So that's gonna be in the 20s somewhere. But who cares? There's athletes everywhere.
I agree.
Just get one of them. Just get old state boys up in here. Get us some old state boys. You heard what your division rival already said. I go to Columbus. That's why I go to Columbus. You feel me? Come on. Your division rival, Mike Thomas, say that's why I go to Columbus. You know what I'm saying? To get them dogs. Come on, man. Get them dogs. Tate.
I mean, Ohio breed dogs anyway. It's kind of what we do, right? So yesterday's game against the Raiders, because if I don't get to my point, everybody's going to feel like I'm taking too long, okay? Yesterday's game against the Raiders for Shedeur. First off, again, Shedeur, congratulations on being the first Browns quarterback in 20 plus years, in 30 years, and specifically 30 years, to win your debut start. Shout out to the man with high confidence who should not have failed to the round that he failed to, but he definitely came in and played poised. He played comfortable. And he said, if you give me a chance to burn you, I will scorch you. Which is what he showed when he came in against the Ravens, right? He showed, if you give me time and you give me a chance to burn you, you're getting burnt. My cousin called me last week. Shout out to Dr. Fox and say, we need a hero. I want a hero in Miami till the morning and night. He's got to be strong and he's got to be fast and he got to be built for the fight. I need a hero. And I thought that was funny. But Shedeur showed yesterday that the Browns definitely need a hero at quarterback. Okay? Yes, Flexi, to his comments were legendary. But Shedeur goes, let me read you a stat line. Shedeur goes 11 for 20 for 209 yards passing. He averaged 10.5 yards of completion. He threw one touchdown, one interception. He was sacked one time. I don't know how he has a QBR of 8.7, but has a quarterback rating of 87.3. That doesn't even make sense to me. Quinshawn the Duke! 16 carries for 47 yards and 2 touches. Dylan Sampson had 7 carries for 23 yards. But Dylan Sampson had 2 receptions for 59 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah Bond had 2 receptions for 58 yards, and he almost had a touchdown. Harold Fannin had 4 of the most impactful catches for 40 yards that I've ever seen in a game.
Let's go, Big Fannin. Okay. You know that's my dog, babe. No, that's my dog. And he ran shit over.
Yeah, he definitely showed his what they say, Kevin Mack showed his Kevin Mack ability. Okay. And Jerry Jeudy, I'm gonna need y'all to stop taking up for this man. Jerry Jeudy is a slot receiver. Okay. I don't care what you say. He's a slot receiver, and you should probably put him on punt and kick returns to get your money's worth. Okay? Because one thing I can say is he has an ability to break tackles. And if he uses his speed, he's probably going to burn you. I'll give you that. But his hands and his awareness sucks. It just does. Now, if that's not who you are, Mr. Jeudy, then I'm going to need you to show me that's not who you are. But from what I've seen, your production doesn't translate to winning. And since college, most teams do better when you're not on the team. So I think that's a narrative only you, yes, only you can prevent forest fires. You got to figure that out, Mr. Jeudy. Now, back to Shedeur. I watched every play that I could possibly watch yesterday. One thing that happened that people are not giving credit for, okay? People are, oh, we could have been winning if, if they would have been starting him. That offensive line sucks. That offensive line sucks. For all the good plays that Shedeur made yesterday, majority of those plays were him extending the play, which means your offensive line sucked because they couldn't hold blocks long enough for you to stand in the pocket and make the play. You had to use your legs to influence the defense to get out of position and then use your arm ability to make plays. When you see that, that means your offensive line is ass. I hear people say, why they kept taking Shedeur out when they got in the red zone. They was hating on Shedeur. The fans, you don't want to see him eat. The offensive line is ass. Ass. If you've been watching the Browns all year, when Flacco was in the red zone, they couldn't do shit because they don't got enough time to throw the ball. They don't even block good in the red zone. When Dylan Gabriel was down there, he has to run around and extend plays, and they still can't block for him. The only formation that the Browns can win and score touchdowns on is the Wildcat. The Wildcat formation in the red zone, the Browns have scored on about 80% of their plays in the Wildcat formation when it's used in the red zone. So that's why he ran Wildcat in the red zone. Mind you, Kevin Stefanski isn't calling the damn plays. Why would y'all forget that? Everybody mad and clamoring for him not to call the plays. Now he's not calling the plays, and you're still mad at him. Shut the fuck up. Just hear from me. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about, okay?
Hallelujah.
The offensive line is ass. Jerry Jeudy is ass. Tillman can become something.
Hey, man.
But his route running is ass.
My boy just got to stay healthy.
And he got to learn how to run routes because his route running is ass. See what I'm saying? Can't even debate that. I think he has toughness. I think he plays with more moxie, but his ass. All right?
Hey, before you move
My
on,
apologies. Y'all in the NFL. I'm not in the NFL. Let me not use triggering words, okay? Jerry Jeudy, your playmaking ability and ability to impact the game on a winning level has not shown up in multiple seasons in Cleveland. I don't remember a time where Cleveland won a game because Jerry Jeudy showed out. You showed out in a lot of losses. You showed out in games where we could have won. But yesterday was your chance to show that you could be a number one receiver, and you solely killed the offensive momentum. Cleveland, come down and score. Shedeur comes down, they punt. The Raiders come down, drive, miss a field goal. Shedeur throws an interception. The Raiders get shut down, kick a field goal. We're in about the middle, last ladder of the second quarter about this time. Again, Shedeur has to extend the play to get Jerry Jeudy, who's wide open on the dig route, once he moved. Jerry Jeudy catches the ball, and for some reason, Jerry Jeudy thought he was the only person on the field. I can't even try to justify you thinking that you was about to try to juke 7 dudes when you could have just ran past them down the sideline, or you could have stepped out of bounds. You're not that big, bro. Your body don't retain enough water, my guy. You could have just gotten down and salvaged what could have been a very positive play. But instead, you fumbled the ball, and you gave the Raiders a chance to reclaim momentum that they clearly lost in the first half. On top of that, they got the ball first coming out of half. Harold Fannin, that first catch you did on the left sideline when you ran some guys over and got that first down. Harold Fannin, when you caught that pass over the middle and ran 15 yards to get that first down, we was in the red zone. Check you out. You a dog, my guy. You a dog. Hey, there was an Isaiah Bond sighting. First big play of the game, the longest play of the season for the Browns. Shedeur gets the ball in shotgun. Pocket collapses. He rolls out to his right, running, and throws a dime. An absolute dime to Isaiah Bond in the red zone. Oh, my God. Shout out to Isaiah Bond for making the catch. Did you see them mad? Isaiah Bond mad at himself because he know he could have scored? Nobody even peeped that. Nobody even peeped that. He was mad at himself because he know he could have scored and got my man his first score and touchdown. Got his first pass and touchdown. It's okay, though. It's okay, though. Because the Browns ran an empty set. Oh, Stefanski always running these empty sets, and he be setting the quarterbacks up for failure with these empty sets. So they tried to run it the first time in the third quarter, and they didn't get lined up properly. And there was a illegal shift penalty because too many people was moving without people being set. So in the fourth quarter, they ran the exact same play. And the play involved Dylan Sampson coming in motion from one side of the field to the other side of the field, and he's virtually motioning into a screen. Dylan Sampson catches an absolute dime from Shedeur on this screenplay. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I ain't know Dylan was that fast. First off, as a running back, you got to be able to read blocks. And he read them correctly. Shout out to the Browns perimeter for getting them blocks. And for Dylan Sampson making them pay. And he skirts like 56 yards for a touchdown. I think it was like 60. 60 yards for a touchdown. 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 which the Browns was up 24-3 at that point. All right. Andrew Smith came through with the field goal. I know people wondering, well, why the Browns didn't kick a field goal at the end of the game? Part of me thinks it's Vegas, right? And part of me thinks that Stefanski just didn't want to have a reason to fuck up his win. Okay? The defense is playing lights out. There's nothing wrong with relying on the defense. Now, what's interesting to me about this, if Sanders started the season, he probably would have been injured fucking around with this. He would have. I agree, Flexington. He probably would have been injured because that line sucks. People ask the question, why David Njoku not getting no passes? Why Harold Fannin don't get more passes? Because they're the best two blockers on the team. Unfortunately, your best receivers, which are your tight ends, are also your best blockers. It's kind of hard to utilize those guys to make plays when you need them to help out the guys who can't give you protection so plays can be made. It's damned if you don't, damned if you do. People were saying, oh, Kevin Stefanski didn't give Shedeur the game ball. Well, in all fairness, Shedeur didn't deserve the game ball. The defense deserved the game ball. But I will not take away from the fact that I like Gage. Okay, Gage, I'm going to need to talk to you because the NFL announcers call you Larvadan, right? And I was under the impression that your name was Lavardian. Okay, same spelling, different enunciation. I could have swore your name was Gage Lavardian. Okay, they call you Larvadan. I'm gonna need to get in contact with you, Gage, so I can know how to pronounce, properly enunciate your name. Okay, but I do like what you bring on the punt return because that could have been our first touchdown of the game. Oh, when he got that punt return. Oh, and he was up that sideline. Oh, well, he wasn't even up the sideline. He was just up on that side. Give it through the field. He is fast. Boy got some speed on him. You know what's so crazy? Larvadan could actually have a Antonio Brown type of career. I'm not saying he will, and I understand that that's a Superman reach. I'm just saying the way that he moves and the way that he can be utilized in different ways reminds me a lot of what they were saying about Antonio Brown, because Antonio Brown's knock was his hands were inconsistent. He had all the talent in the world, but his hands were inconsistent. I haven't heard that about Lavardian, that his hands are inconsistent, but I like the build and I like how he moved. And that return was fire. So we had some hope. Yesterday, the Browns team just played as a team. You know what I mean? Like they played as a team. It was all three phases of the game contribution. Corey Borges, I love you, guy. I think it's unfortunate that you have to kick 10 times a game. And I will hope that your leg don't get overused. But your ability to place the ball inside the 20 is not being talked about enough. Your ability to constantly give the punt gunners a chance to mark the ball inside the 20, it does not get talked about enough. I love it. Andrew Smith, bro, keep doing what you're doing. You just might be able to make us forget about Phil Dawson. You just might. I mean, you got a long way to go. And them big shoes to fill. But you might got a chance. I ain't gonna lie. Back to Shedeur, though. Listen, Shedeur, keep doing what you're doing, young man. There's nothing wrong with your confidence level, young man. You're supposed to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in you, who else gonna believe in you? You supposed to believe in yourself, young man. You're supposed to know what you can do and supposed to go out there and perform the best way that you can perform every time you get the opportunity. Keep doing what you're doing, young man. We true Cleveland Browns fans, we want a quarterback of your attitude on our team. Long as the talent and the production backs it up, we are perfectly okay with your attitude. We're perfectly okay with you letting them know that, hey, dog, I could do this. I gets it done. And whenever I get a chance to get it done, I'm going to get it done. We appreciate that, guy. No, for real. We need that. Okay? Browns 24-10. Shedeur looked like he has good chemistry. He looked like he has a chance to really become something special. I said this when Shedeur got in for the Ravens game. I'll say this again. Dillon Gabriel won't start another game. Dillon Gabriel might have started all the games he's going to start in his career. There is no way Stefanski or the Cleveland Browns can go back to Dillon Gabriel. Okay? And people say, oh, he didn't do nothing. He was against the Raiders. Well, Dillon Gabriel got a win against the Miami Dolphins. So as far as everyone's concerned, every quarterback that's played for the Browns has one win. One win. Flacco beat the Packers. That was the only good team we beat. Dillon Gabriel beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins wasn't that good. Shedeur Sanders beat the Raiders. The Raiders wasn't that good. It's okay, but they beat them, right? The only difference is Shedeur is 100%. He's 1-for-1 for starters, and nobody else is 1-for-1. One thing Shedeur can say is when he played, everybody played inspired, and nobody can say that about Dillon Gabriel or Joe Flacco. I didn't see the team play this inspired when they two were at the helm. But when Shedeur was at the helm, everybody played like every play mattered. I can't. Joe Bitonio, I appreciate everything that you've done for us in your career. I appreciate your loyalty. But please join Joe Thomas on the sidelines. That was your mentor, the guy who brought you along. Go ahead back and kick it with your homie, bro. Go ahead and clear that spot up for somebody else. Ethan Pochich.
I think it's a wrap. I think
you might actually.
I think he about to retire.
Yeah, he definitely retired.
Yeah, I think he, like he said, he ain't want to go nowhere. He want to retire a Brown. So I think it's about to be a wrap.
Yeah, he's definitely retiring. I'm just encouraging him to not change his mind. No, please retire. Okay? Please retire. No offense, but please retire. Ethan Pochich. Ethan, I think you're a backup now. You are a rotation center. Maybe even a bridge center for a guy who's a real starter. But it's over. Cam Robinson, you're supposed to be better than this guy. I'm going to argue that you're better as a guard than a tackle. And if you still have a couple years on your contract, which I think you do, I'm going to suggest that the Browns kick you inside to play guard in place of Joe Bitonio. Wyatt Teller must get traded. If Wyatt Teller is not, if his contract is over, which I believe it is, then Wyatt Teller must go. Wyatt Teller is not as good as an all-around lineman as people try to make him out to be. He's just not, bro. You are a liability. In the running game, you're nice, but in the passing game, you suck. And we don't even have a right tackle. Whoever they put over there is trash. Okay. I ran across a few conversations during the week about why certain guys have been inactive. Why is Thrash inactive? Why is Zach Zinter inactive? Why don't we see a lot of Luke Weipler? People conveniently forget that the Browns had no developmental system at all. None. They were just always top heavy. Even when they was decent as a team in production and record, the backups always sucked. There was no developmental system, no farm system that the Browns had created. But this regime has actually created one. Why Thrash not playing? Because Thrash is probably going to get a deal. Because Thrash ain't the one that's got to prove he can play. Jerry Jeudy has to legitimize the contract that he signed. Cedric Tillman has to prove that he's worth playing. Why would Thrash be getting passes and David Njoku can't even get passes because he got to help the weak-ass line block? Thrash doesn't play or is inactive because he's probably a part of the future. And all he needs to do is keep developing and getting better and getting stronger. Because that's what you do in a development system. We need to see if he could play. We as fans don't need to see shit. The coaches and the people who drafted him need to see that he's progressing when they're practicing. That's what they need to see. We don't need to see shit. We need to see the people who actually in the game actually produce and put something on the field worth watching before we get to figure out what somebody else who's not on the field doing. And this is part of the problem. Because the people who's on the field isn't doing nothing, you're too concerned about what the people who are not on the field should be doing. So let's not skip the elephant in the room. The people who are on the field should be producing, so we shouldn't have these goddamn conversations. Why is Zach Zinter not playing? Because Zach Zinter is being developed. Zach Zinter is going to play right, and a healthy DeJuan Jones is going to play right tackle. This is my prediction for next year, right? Jed Wills returns to the Browns. Yes, Jed Wills returns. He's healthy and he returns to the Browns. Him and DeJuan Jones play right tackle. Jed will come in as the backup in the Conklin role, right? And DeJuan Jones plays right tackle. Jed will play the swing tackle. Zach Zinter will start at right guard unless they draft a right guard, but I don't think they're going to draft a right guard. I think they're going to draft the left side, which puts Cam Robinson at a backup role. I think they're going to Luke Weipler plays center. Zach Zinter plays right guard. DeJuan Jones plays right tackle. They're going to draft a left tackle, and they're going to draft a left guard. And Cam Robinson will play the backup. They'll bring back Jed Wills. He'll play the backup. Tevin Jenkins might stay on the team. And Ethan Pochik, if he does return, because at the end of his deal, he'll play backup as well. That's my prediction for the line. All right. As far as the receiving room goes, Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman have how many more games left? They have 6 games to prove that they're worth being on this roster. Yeah. Everybody's been crying for the Browns to have a quarterback that can throw the ball. Well, you got a hero. I got a hero to the morning and night. He's got to be strong and he's got to be fast and he's got to be built for the fight. I need a hero. You got one. You actually got 2. You got Shedeur and Deshaun. Which, did you see the chemistry by those 2 guys? Did you see the constant going over the game field with those 2 guys on the sideline? But people try to say it's a problem with the Browns quarterback room. I've been saying all year that the Browns quarterback room is fine. Dylan Gabriel is a career backup. Oh, he's supposed to be a supercomputer. You do know supercomputer refers to your mental ability and has nothing to do with your physical capabilities, right? Because you don't refer to a computer for its ability to move around physically. You use a computer for what you can type into it and what it can spit back to you in information. That's what a supercomputer does. Nobody called him artificial intelligence. They just says he's a processor. And having a fast processor in your quarterback room helps every quarterback in the room. So, people keep talking this, well, they're going to draft Mendoza. Or they're going to get Ty Simpson. Or they should take Dante Moore. Hey, you know what? I hope somebody draft these guys, and I hope these guys have illustrious careers. But I haven't seen one of these guys who's a top 10 pick. Not one. So if you're a team looking for a quarterback, and you take one of these guys in the top 10, it's a good chance that you won't have a job in the next 3 years. People keep clamoring for Stefanski's job. Stefanski shouldn't do this. He should do that. Why he ain't doing this? I think the last 2 weeks have proven why Stefanski does what he does. People don't like to admit when they're wrong, but they should. Kevin Stefanski didn't play Shedeur because the offense sucks. And you just watch the offense around Shedeur, and all you can say is it sucks. So if I want to put a person in a position to succeed, why would I put him in a situation that sucks? It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Why does Dylan Gabriel play? Because Dylan Gabriel will never be a franchise quarterback. Never. He's going to be a quality backup at some point. He is a emergency use. Break glass in case of emergency. That is what Dylan Gabriel is. And Deshaun Watson is still the most talented quarterback in the building. And arguably still one of the most top 10 talented quarterbacks in the league. So the quarterback room is straight. With that offensive line group and that wide receiver group. The running back room is cool. The tight end room is great. But that offensive line and receiver game sucks. And because of that, I said Shedeur could win, 3 or 4 of the last 7. Shout out to my cousin Pooh. He said they could win 5 out of 7. We gonna see who right. Cuz Fox, he say, they need a hero. I need a hero. And I gotta give him credit, man. Shedeur, you seem like a hero. I think you and Deshaun Watson could really be a force for the next couple of years. Even if you play all this year, I have no problems with them letting you build up your confidence and still upping your game if Deshaun Watson is healthy next year. I would very much like for the quarterback room to stay it is. Dylan Gabriel, it's time that you show that you could be the same supportive teammate that Shedeur was to you. Because I don't remember no time during this tenure that Shedeur talked bad about you or badmouth you. People were saying you were sending shots at Shedeur all year, and I had your back and said I don't think that was the case. Well, you had 6-7 games to show that you could be a starting quarterback, and you failed at the task. I will give you the benefit of the doubt that you're a rookie, and maybe you're just one of those guys who has to learn from your own mistakes. But if nobody else is telling you what the problem is, I'm going to tell you what the problem is. You play scared, and Shedeur doesn't. That is the difference between you and Shedeur. You play with no moxie. You play with no spirit and no energy. You play not to lose. You will never win anybody over playing that way. People are taken back by overconfident people, but those are the exact people that they want to be around. You can call it arrogance all you want, but it's confidence, and you should be confident in who you are and what you're capable of, especially when you can walk the talk. So, Dylan, I'm going to need you to show that you're a real teammate. And I'm going to need you to show that you have no problems with Shedeur doing his thing right now, like Shedeur had no problem with you being picked before him. That's what I need to see. Junkins, as long as you keep producing in the red zone, bro, I have no problems with you not being able to get off on runs the way you want to. And I'm going to need you to not be frustrated about it. Unless you're going to sit down with the offensive line and you're going to tell them exactly what you need as a running back for them to open up things for you in the running game, I'm going to need you to just be able to just ride this year out being a good touchdown dude. Because we see the potential and the game-breaking ability that you have. We see, and if I didn't before, I seen yesterday the chemistry and the danger that you and Dylan Sampson can provide. But let's not sell Jerome Ford short as a veteran in that room with those guys. Let's not sell Jerome Ford short when he is the best blocking back that we have. And he's shown that on multiple occasions because every play that Shedeur rolled out to extend the play, Jerome Ford was the running back on the field helping secure that weak-ass line. So we're not going to downplay his impact on that run. And I would very much like to see Jerome Ford get more opportunities to make plays. Y'all just got him out here fucking blocking. He can make some plays too if you let him. Offensive line, man, I need y'all to step it up so I can see Shedeur, so I can see Harold Fannin and David Njoku as receivers for Shedeur. I want them to use David Njoku as number one receiver all year, and they can't because he's the best blocker on the damn team. This is aggravating. I haven't heard in weeks, in multiple seasons, I haven't heard an announcer say, that was an excellent block by the Browns lineman. I don't know when the last time I heard that. All right. With that being said, let's switch sports. DeeTrynt Game Changer Sports Talk Industry Sports streaming on multiple media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and various other streaming networks. Just look for the Industry Sports channel, like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you will see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly, DeeTrynt. Make sure y'all do the same. The Cavaliers, who are missing Jared Allen, who just got Darius Garland to return. Sam Merrill has been out. They played the Clippers yesterday. And the Clippers were just coming off. They're on the second game of back-to-back where James Harden put up 55 in Charlotte. Which is crazy that LaMelo Ball is asking for a trade because James Harden put 55 points up on you at that position. It's crazy work. I know a lot of people are upset with the Cavs because they figured that the Cavs will come out doing what they do. I'm not necessarily tripping. Yesterday, the Cavs beat the Clippers 120-105 at home, defending home court and improving to 12-6 on the record. The Clippers fall to 5-12 on the record. Donovan You have now entered the Spider-Verse. Donovan, I have nothing bad to say about you. Everything that I've asked that you would do, you've done, which was improve your basketball IQ, know when to take over the game and when to get everybody else involved. You are the definition of a microwave. You can get yours anytime. And I appreciate the evolution in your game. Let me say that first. DeAndre Hunter is looking like a number 2. Definitely on the scoring side. And I want to argue that he needs to get more shots. I don't think Darius Garland should be playing right now. I just don't. You're not healthy, and you're trying to prove something. Darius, you're going to fuck around and fuck your career up. Trying to come play when it don't fucking matter. Please sit. I'm over Jared Allen. Jared, you just play soft. And if it's true that you feel like you can only get off when Evan Mobley is not here, that's even more reason for us to get rid of you. Now, the problem with getting rid of you is we still need a rebounder, and you're still the best rebounder on the team. The problem is you pick and choose when to play like the best rebounder on the team. This is why I'm over it with you. At some point, you have to get serious as the center, as the guy whose number one job is to get extra possessions, solidify possessions, and protect the rim. Well, man, you're not playing up to your talent level. You are not. And this is why I'm upset. You're not, Jared Allen, you are not playing up to your talent level. You are not. You are holding back. And I don't like it. I don't care about Jared Allen, the nice guy. I don't want to see the nice guy on the court. I want to see asshole Jared Allen who don't give a fuck about nobody when y'all playing teams. That's the only Jared Allen I want to see on TV. Is the one that don't like people and who think they get on his nerves. If you can't develop that personality when you're on the court, you are going to become a hindrance to the progression of this team. Now, your friends like you. They love you. Your teammates love you, so they're not going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this because I have no horse in the race except for just seeing the Cavs be the best version of themselves. And part of the Cavs being the best version of themselves is you being a paint monster. You actually got footwork with a back to the basket game, and you don't use it at all. Evan Mobley. Evan, you are not a guard. Evan Mobley, you are not a guard. Evan Mobley, you are not a guard. Evan Mobley, you are not a guard. Stop getting the damn ball at the three-point line. Why you can't get it around the free throw area? You know that little space in between where the three-point actually start at and where the paint start? That's your area, bro. The whole two. Because guess what? If you set a pick for somebody in that area, when you catch the ball, you're open. If they pass it to you in that area, you can hit that 2-point. You can hit that mid-range. That's money. You can't tell me you can't hit 8 out of 10 from there every game. You have to play in a position where you're a threat just by standing there. You should be the king of long rebounds because you play in the mid-range area to where one step and you're at the rim. You're not that big, bro. You can't play a physical game with everybody. You're not that big. You haven't reached your grown man body yet. And that's just part of evolution and growth. That ain't even no knock on you, bro. You just ain't reached there yet. You got to utilize what you have over people and use that. But it starts from a foundational point. Your foundational point is not the three. You should be able to step back and hit a three, or step forward and get to the paint. But all of that starts with you playing from the 2-point area. It does not start with you playing from the three, because now you're limited. A person knows all you can do is go forward. It doesn't start with you getting the ball in the paint, because you're not big enough for that, and all you can do is step back. You're literally giving people the blueprint to stop you. But if you want to know how to become unstoppable, then you need to be able to catch the ball in a 2-point area and raise without thinking. So when people see you in a 2-point area, because you're 7 foot, they don't even want you there. So if you catch it, then you can step back. And if you hit that tray, now they mad. And now when you catch it and you act like you're going to hit them with the step back, they're going to jump. And now you got one step and you can dunk it or lay it up, because you can finish with either hand. I'm pretty sure it's not my first time telling you this, Evan. I'm going to need you to listen to me, bro. I want to see you do nothing but succeed. Okay? Who am I missing? Zoe! I like Zoe. I like Zoe with Sam Merrill and Jalen Tyson off the bench. I like that. I like that. I like that. I think Thomas Bryant should get more playing time. I think Luke Travers should get more playing time. I think Naquan Thomas should get more playing time. I very much like the Tyrese Proctor pick. But Dean Wade got to fucking go. Oh, my God, Dean Wade. I mean, you tend to come through sometimes, but... And all of this going to show up tonight because you know why? The Cavs are playing the Toronto Raptors. And the Toronto Raptors come in at 12-5, and they're one of the hottest teams in the league right now. Brandon Ingram is playing out of his mind right now. And they got a bunch of 6'8", 6'6", and up guys who all they want to do is come embarrass you. Scotty Barnes is going to be looking to try to embarrass Evan Mobley. Okay? Brandon Ingram is going to be looking to try to destroy DeAndre Hunter. Okay? So I'm going to need Donovan. Donovan, you do what you do. Just keep doing what you do. But I would encourage you to get the big man in the game more often early. Out for the game. They say Dean Wade a game time decision. He shouldn't play. Sam Merrill is still out. Craig Porter Jr. is out. DeAndre Hunter is out. And Darius Garland is out. Darius shouldn't be playing. Darius Garland should not play basketball before February. You have a toe injury, bro. You need your feet because you herky-jerky. And you need your toes to lift off of so you can shoot the damn ball. You can't do none of that half-ass healthy. You have to trust that your teammates can still maintain some level of a playoff spot when you're not there. You have to remove yourself so the rest of these guys can evolve properly. You got to stop stressing about being there, bro. You can actually impact the team from the bench. Just point it out. You can still impact the team, bro. Our birthday's coming up, bro. Just ride it out, bro. You will be good by the time our birthdays come around, bro. You'll be good. Yes, because he's an Aquarius like I'm an Aquarius. Me, him, Isaac, and Coral are all our birthdays like 6 days apart. Like it's in like the same 6-day span. What I mean is like in this little 6-day window, all of our birthdays are back to back. Bro, just chill. Just relax, bro. It's cool. You don't gotta press. You're gonna be all right. All right. Toronto is only have RJ Barrett out, which means they got all their gunners. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I lightweight kind of expect Toronto to win tonight. I don't even lie to you. The only way this is gonna change my mind, because wait a minute, was Jared Allen out? I don't remember saying Jared Allen was out, right? I would say so. Jared Allen should be playing, right? Evan Mobley is playing, which means Donovan's probably going to start at the point guard. Jalen's probably going to start at the 2. And Naquan Tomlin probably at the 3. Which means Donovan Mitchell has a favorable matchup against Isaiah Quigley, Emmanuel Quigley. And you'll see Jalen against Grady. And Naquan is probably going to have to check. I don't know. One of those wing guys they got. They got another one. And Evan Mobley is going to go one-on-one with Brandon Ingram. Now, Donovan, in order for us to win this game, you might have to have a 20-assist night, my guy. I'm just going to tell you this now. You may not want to believe me, but I'm telling you this, bro. You're going to need a 20-assist night. Because unless you about to come up and put 80 up on them, y'all ain't winning this game like that. I'm going to need you to play through the big man today and use the big man going crazy to open up shots for you on the perimeter and driving lanes for you. Evan Mobley, I'm going to need you to not take 23s. You can take as many 2-pointers as you want to. But you got 4 threes. That's 1 3 a quarter. This is it. This is it. I'm going to need you to play. Allen, I'm going to need you to out-rebound Jakob Poeltl. I know you giving up size and weight. I'm going to need you to out-rebound him. I'm going to need you to out-get more blocks than him. I'm going to need you to play like that today. But you can catch the game on Peacock. If you have Peacock, it will be on at 7 p.m. The Cavs are traveling to Toronto to play the Raptors tonight. The Raptors have a 12-5 record, and the Cavs have a 12-6 record. With that being said, DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel, like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly, DeeTrynt. Make sure y'all do the same. It was a pleasure rapping with y'all today. Shedeur Sanders is the starting quarterback for the Browns. He's the starter now. I don't see him giving this up the rest of the season. The Browns play the 49ers, I believe, in their Week 13 matchup. Yes. The 49ers are traveling to Cleveland to play the Browns. It's probably going to be snowing. So we're going to see how this works. It would be a nice day to be able to lean on the running game. But the 49ers have a really good defensive line, just like the Browns do, even though they're missing a few pieces. Especially Fred Warner in that front seven. I know that hurt, but they got something, man. And the Browns still might have a chance to be able to take advantage. But we'll talk about that later in the week. DeeTrynt signing off. It was a pleasure, man. Y'all be good. Happy holidays to you. If I don't come back before the holidays, please enjoy your Turkey Day. I know that's really just family time for most people because a lot of us don't really celebrate the essence of what Turkey Day. But it is family time. It's usually around the time that people get off and get a chance to be around their loved ones. Please enjoy yourselves. Please stay safe. And show them plates. Because I know I'll be cooking. Show them plates. All right, man. Y'all be easy. Come on.